Hey, Kevon, how no matter who you play, how much of a relief it will be not to see Jokic on the other side?
That's he's one of the best players in the league, and I don't think it gets that much tougher as far as the matchup goes for my position. So, both teams provide different ways of playing, but ain't nobody out there that's gonna be like him. But I feel like we played our best defense. He still averaged about 30 and 15. So.
And what was that like the other night? I mean, obviously they started the small lineup and you didn't start, and then came on fairly quickly. But
Yeah.
When Steph doesn't start the first 4 games, I guess you sort of expect that someone's got to come out. But
Right, exactly. No, the writing was on the wall that somebody was going to come off the bench. I know it wasn't going to be Steph for that much longer. So to me, it doesn't matter. I came off the bench a couple times this year and a lot in my career. So I'm always going to be ready to play. My role kind of really doesn't change that much. So it wasn't that big of a adjustment for me.
Come on, how would you describe what Mike's impact on the defense? I mean, Clay has mentioned it a couple of times in the last couple of weeks about Mike getting on guys about certain things. How would you describe his coaching style on defense?
He holds everybody accountable. We always had a pretty good defense. The coaches in the past were always pretty good, but Mike Brown, is taking it to a different level, holding everybody accountable. No matter if it's the first man or the 15th man, you're going to see yourself on film making a couple mistakes, and he's going to tell you about it. And that's all you can ask for as a player. You want everybody to be great. He's real detailed. He's really detailed, and some guys can get tired of it. But he know how to say it in a way that you can really learn from it. You don't get frustrated with always seeing yourself on film. But he makes it fun. He makes that side of the ball fun. So he's been great for us all year.
And you guys have been known to change up on defenses, switch, man, boxing one, zone. I mean, how much is that a difficult process to, be switching around on defenses like you guys have been doing?
I definitely think it's difficult, but we have the high IQ players to do it. This is probably our first time since I've been here that we switched up this much. Sometimes we switch up our coverages, like in pick and rolls and in terms of blitzing or hedging or in a drop. But this year we've been doing zones, boxing ones, triangle twos. That's something that's been pretty new. That new wrinkle has really been effective for us. It made our defense a lot more lethal. We keep other teams on their toes. So it's been different. It's been it's difficult, but we have the guys that can execute it. And I feel Mike Brown trusts us that much.
And how much of that was a learning process? Because early on, you guys were really good on defense, and then about January and February, it kind of dropped off and looked like it's coming back now. How much of that was just trying to learn all the things you guys wanted to do in terms of changing up?
I think a lot of it was just with guys being in and out the lineup. Guys had to learn like different positions and learning how to communicate from different positions. Early in the year, everybody was pretty healthy. We had Draymond back there, so it kind of everybody was in their right spots. But without Draymond being on the court, push Otto over to playing more big man. So he got to learn that position. Wiggs playing a big man, Clay playing in different spots. So, I think guys' positions on the court kind of changed. So we just had to learn where to be at, learn how to communicate from different positions on the court. And I think with Draymond back, everybody's kind of go back to their natural position, and they have that experience of playing different spots. So I think we got better from that, and I think you're starting to see that in the playoffs.
As someone who's been a teammate of Steph's for years, why is he a better shooter percentage-wise, historically coming off of an injury?
I guess when you're injured, I guess only thing he can do is get up shots. And a guy like that, the more reps he get, he already doesn't miss a lot anyway. So getting them extra reps and getting, he's hurt, but he gets a chance to everything else to get better and heal. So he's a little bit fresher. He's not getting triple teamed every night for a month, so that type of rest get your legs back. And when you come off injury, you kind of super locked in about, all right, I got to be locked in. You want to come back and make an impact, and you can't do that if you're not preparing a certain type of way. And he does the best at it. Most guys when they come back, they have a little bit of rust, and with him, you rarely see that. So he's a one of a kind that way.
How do you approach practice right now? Obviously, it's nice to have some time between the series by getting it done in Game 5. But how do you approach practice when you don't really know who you're game planning for? It's kind of like a unique situation, I guess.
Just try to watch the games and see what both teams are doing, but just kind of lock in on yourself and try to reflect on the last series. Try to reflect on what you could have did better, and just kind of just lock back in on your skill. Don't get extra shots up. If you're struggling from the three or struggling from on the field or different defensive schemes that we like to do, to try to lock in on that and get better on what you can do. And then when coaches give us the game plan, we try to lock in on that.
Kevon, you've been around a while, but I found something that I'm sure you haven't seen before. In this past series, you missed 2 free throws.
Right.
Steph missed 10. What's your reaction whenever you see the rare occasion when Steph misses a free throw?
When Steph misses a free throw, it kind of, when I miss free throws, I kind of blame everything else but me. I try to say it's the ball or it got to be the rim. And then when he misses, it kind of like confirms that for me. So, so I think it was something wrong with the ball or the rim that series, because I never seen him miss that much, and I don't miss it like that either. So.
Draymond was really complimentary of you the other day on his podcast, saying that you cover for him and allow him to freelance and do all the things that he does. First of all, what is a freelancing like Draymond like in the playoffs? What does he do?
No, he has the freedom and the credibility to kind of like, even though we come in with a certain game plan, he can kind of change that game plan whenever he wants. So as the other big on the court partner with him, I got to keep my head on the swivel and know that he might go trap when it might not be on the scouting report, but he might do it just because he sees something. And I learned that from just having a lot of experience playing with him, and he sees a lot of different things on the court that a lot of people don't see. So you just gotta always be ready, be on your toes, and because he usually makes an incredible play when he does that freelancing, and so I really don't have to be. It's really not that hard, but you just got to have your head on swivels just in case he does make a mistake or something that he does get beat. You got to be there to help him. But he has the freedom to change our defense and do what he wants. So we have to be on that all on the same page. So when he communicates, I got to communicate with our guard, because he might change one possession and say, "Loon, let's do this," and I got to be able to communicate to the guard. So that what makes our defense special. We cause a lot of chaos on the end, particularly because of him and his adjustments. And I don't think there's nobody better in the league at adjustments than him. So being the other big, you got to be ready for that, and you got to be able to know the game and see what he sees.
What was it like watching him try to match wits with Jokic?
It was incredible. It was a high level chess match out there on the court with them guys. No, Jokic, he's a tough player. He made a lot of shots. He made a lot of incredible passes. It was a lot of times we felt like we had him bottled up, and he would still figure a way to make shots and make an impact on the game. So it was fun to see. It was fun to see Draymond get challenged in that way. A lot of guys don't even like going at Draymond, and I get the. I get to pay for a lot of that, because if people scared to put him in the pick and roll, so they put me in the pick and roll. So it was fun to see him be engaged and have the guard like that, and show him why and prove why he's one of the best defenders ever.
How personally do you take the rebounding challenge? You guys have been a pretty good rebounding team, and Denver, I think, was 46-27 on you the first 3 quarters, and then you guys were 10-4 in the fourth, which not coincidentally you guys came back and won. How important is that going forward? And again, how much you view that as sort of your chief responsibility?
I view that that's probably one of the biggest things for me. Just being a rebounder, that's something I take pride in. That's something that I feel like as in my position, that you don't want guys feeling like they can offensive rebound you or punk you or push you around. So that you got to come in and set the tone early with things like that. Denver did. I think we did a good job for the most of the series, but last game they was really aggressive, and they kind of pushed us around early. They made a lot of plays, and but fourth quarter I feel like we responded and we dug in and made all the tough plays. Going to the next series, both teams are great offensive rebounding teams, so we got to be prepared for their force. That's something that we've been pretty good at all year, so I'm not really worried about it. I feel like we can handle it. We're not the tallest team, but we're pretty physical. We're pretty athletic, and we do a good job of boxing out. And I know if we don't do it, Mike Brown's gonna show 50 clips on film.
Loon, obviously, you're used for post defense a lot, but I know you're watching these playoffs and everybody's going small, and you could be facing a team that's going small.
Right.
Like, how do you impact the series? How do you envision yourself impacting the series if everybody's pulling the center and going small?
For me, when teams go small, it opens up the opportunity for me to offensive rebound. I feel like I'm really good at that. That's another way for me to make an impact on the offensive end. And mentally going to series like that where I know teams like to go small, I know I have to be prepared for a million pick and rolls, a million ISOs, and just preparing to get stops and still having that same force on the defensive end. So definitely different seeing across the league that everybody's kind of doing what we used to do. And I used to be a small ball center, and now I'm considered a real traditional center, and they going even smaller than me. So it's definitely different. But like I said, I take it as a challenge when guards try to ISO on me, and I take it as a challenge that as disrespect that they think they could box me out. So I just want to try to get offensive rebounds and get stops on the other end.
Well, you go into a series like Denver, right?
Right.
You got a lot to deal with Jokic.
Yeah.
How do you deal with knowing, like, against some team you may not even play because it's so small and you want to run? Like, how does that change how you prepare for a series?
For me, it doesn't change much. I prepare every game like I'm gonna go out there and play a lot. And if it doesn't go my way, just try to just stay ready, stay positive. Playing against Denver, I knew I was gonna have play a lot against Jokic and DeMarcus. But in the series going forward, you never know what's going to happen. We're capable of going small just as good as anybody. We probably have the best small lineup, so I know that might change my minutes in my role in the game. But I just want to go out there and be prepared to play a lot because you never know what's going to happen with foul trouble or things of that nature. So just want to stay ready and when my number is called, make an impact.
Great couple on Zoom real quick. Baxter Holmes, go ahead.
Yes, Kevon, you've been teammates with Steph for several years. I was wondering if you could describe his diligence in the weight room over that time and especially in recent years.
He definitely got a lot stronger since I've been here. He was always he looked skinny, but he's always been a strong guard. Nobody really pushes him around. He always gets to his spots. When we was doing deadlifts and stuff like that, he always had a lot of weight on there. But now we walk around the weight room and we doing bench press. I see him doing big man numbers on the bench. So I kind of actually gauge him. It's kind of like our little running joke. I see him lifting something, and I got to tell the weight coach I got to do more than Steph. I can't be lifting the same as the point guard. So he definitely got a lot stronger. Even playing practice against him in practice when he's coming off the screen and roll, he puts his body on. You can feel him, just feel the difference. He's getting older, so he's getting that old man strength a little bit. So he definitely got a lot stronger. It's fun to see. It's fun to see when he get off his rebounds and he does all his little flex and stuff like that. It's always just funny to see him do things like that. But he's been a professional in the weight room. He's kind of set the example and set the tone for the whole team that no matter how much he plays or the heavy minutes he logs, he always in the weight room doing extra work, and that kind of sets the tone for the rest of the team.
If he's old, what does that make Ron and Monty?
Oh, man.
All right, last one, Maria, go ahead. Yeah. Maria, go ahead.
Hi, Kevon. Hope you're well. You're one of only 5 players to play in all 82 games for your team this season. So, how does it feel to be named an NBA Ironman? And how does that experience help you take your game to the next level, especially during the playoffs?
It's always when you're on a short list to do something in the NBA for a season, and always take that as an accomplishment. Especially with some of the things I had to deal with early in my career. That's something I wanted to do. So I set a goal and completed. That's always great for me. And as far as taking it into the playoffs, just proving myself that I physically can do anything, and I'm over that hump from the past. So, like going into the playoffs, I feel like the work and the preparation I've been putting in the off season and during the regular season that is working is just giving me the confidence to keep going. And I know my body is healthy. I just gotta make sure that I stay healthy and focus on the mental part, and I don't really got to worry about my body in the playoffs. So it just makes my job easier, gives me confidence, and that's about it.
Yeah, one quick follow. What did it mean to you to get the game ball in New Orleans to recognize that playing all 82?
It meant a lot to me. To set a goal early in the summer and to accomplish it and during the regular season is always something cool to do. To play all 82, it felt long. Them last 5 games, I felt great all the way up to the last 5, and I start to feel it. But to actually accomplish it and cross the finish line, and not really even limp across the finish line, to actually do it and feel good about it. It was just good for my psyche, good for my confidence. Something I can carry over to the summer, that I know that the work I'm doing and all the people that I'm hiring to take care of my body are doing their job as well. It just proves that I'm doing the right things and I'm taking a step in the right direction.
Did you give the ball to your mom, like you said?
Yes.
What was her reaction?
She loved it. She's been spending a lot of time praying for me and making sure I'm doing the right things off the court. So I always give the credit to my parents that when I was hurt, and they was always there praying for me and looking over my shoulder and keeping my spirits high. So anytime I do something like that, I just try to give them the credit.
Who did you hire to help take care of everybody? Because we could all maybe.
I can't give out the secrets. Everybody can't play 82 no more, man.
We just want to play 2.